Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. I'm coming, I'm coming. Check safety.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Check.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Break. Here we go. Waiting.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he finds Howard complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert, 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 alert.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Get up! 180! Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25. 18. Screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, they run with Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Red, up. Hey, alert.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Lock in. Smooth.
25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jannard Avery with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
There we go. Pack. Waiting.
I got one.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch the pass! Watch the pass! Here we go!
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Slam! 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 18!
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Coming to you! Coming to you! Rush in! Rush in! Rush in! Man up! Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Bang, bang!
61, matchbox lights.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check your hot read.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Bears push further out in front. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Wentz going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Wentz now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Now Trubisky. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down, Philadelphia.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Gurley. Yeah, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again they run with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. It's Gurley. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's get it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the toss, it's Gurley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring, because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got nothing.
Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing here, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now it's Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Here we go. 120.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Trubisky will throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Set 90 Wolf.
Double time, double time. Hey,
Shoot.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
You ready?
58 for Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Hit it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Switch, switch, switch.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
60 or.
58, right there. Hey, check, check.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go, fellas.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.